Welcome back to Roomcast, everybody. Turn on some light. Well, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's Freya's Day, and it's time for Love Runes. Love Runes, everybody. We'll go over today's question in a moment, but first I just kind of want to show you in the follow-up series on the resurrection plant. So, doing my waning moon working, you can see now she's completely closed up and ready for the next, watering, whenever that might be. These things are amazing. It could be a year from now, a month from now. This thing will come back alive again. So just a kind of a follow-up video to show you what the resurrection plant looks like in its completely dormant state. She's all dry and ready for my next working. Whenever that may be, when I want to attract or I want something to flower and grow, I will put her in some rainwater on the altar and let her go, let her do her thing. So we won't be working with the staves today. We're going to do the stones. I'm going to move this working off to the side with the resurrection plant. I've got the tines at the ready in my little chalice here. You know how we start things off. We're going to clear the air and light a little bit of sage. Sage, of course, relates to algaes or elkaz. I've gone through various stages of calling it either algaes or elkaz. Sorry, Amethyst. There you go. She fell down again. Come on, Amethyst. There you go. It is a rune whose name can be very different. And a lot of runes are like that, as we've discussed. You'll read one book where they pronounce it this way, and another book where they pronounce it that way. Elkaz is, often considered the rune of the elk. It was a sacred animal. You can see it kind of looks like the horns up in the air, the elk's horns. So my first inclination was always to call it elkaz. But you'll see books that call it algaes. Sometimes phonetically, when you're writing with runes, or the ancients, our ancestors were writing with runes, they used it as simply just the Z sound. Because you can see the Z sound is in both pronunciations of it. We're throwing some nettles on the fire for Freya's Day, Fehu. Of course, Fehu relates to all things love and plenty. And so we'll put that on the fire as well and let them kind of go. Put that off to the side. So you can call it algaes, you can call it elkaz, you could call it what, either one is fine. One of my main things is don't get hung up on how one group pronounces a rune one way or the other. When you're focusing on the energy, of course, you enunciate it one way or the other, but you're really focusing on the energy and drawing it to you and drawing it into your working. So when you're doing your Galdar and you're pronouncing your runes, of course, you're thinking about that rune. You're drawing that energy to it. In my view, and you can disagree or comment below if you think differently, the different pronunciations do not make that much of a difference in my experience. When you're drawing the energy, you're drawing the energy from that rune. And different tribes, different people, different generations of people pronounce it differently over thousands of years. So you can imagine the pronunciations have changed, but the meanings have not. By and large, there are core properties of each rune which have transcended all languages and cultural differences as the runes propagated down millennia, really, and came to where we have them today. So thank you, Amethyst. So which two icons are we going to pick for our reading today? We might use the tines for clarifiers. Almost started a bonfire there with the tines. let's push our flame a little bit further north, shall we? It's supposed to be up at the top. I am looking at this Amethyst geode. So we will do two for today, the Amethyst geode. And of course, we always like to go to Nerthus, the Earth Mother Goddess. Today's question is going to be, I had it a moment ago. What was it going to be? Where am I in my love life right now? Where am I personally in relation to the love energy? Where am I in my love life right now? Two readings, we'll do Amethyst and Nerthus. So I'll put the timestamps down below so you can jump to your reading. As usual, we will start off with the Earth Mother Goddess. We'll start off with Nerthus. And like I said, we'll have the tines at the ready. If we need some clarification, we'll throw the tines. But as per usual on Freya's Day, we will resort to using the stones. They're simple and easy, and those of you who are new to runes recognize the runes in this form most commonly. We'll mix them up. Where am I in my love life right now? Where am I in my love life right now? Call to the Norns or Verdande. Okay. Where am I in my love life right now? Your first reading, the Nerthus, the Earth Mother Goddess. Reading. Where are you in your love life right now? Oh, we see Manas. Look at Ing right under her feet. That's awesome. What else am I seeing here? Ethwas. Fehu, kind of sideways, but we'll read that right side up. Thurazaz reversed. And I see a couple here that I'm deciding if I should read or not. I will pull away all the others. They're on their side, but they are visible to me. What do you think? Should I pull them out? I think so. They are Hagalas, Nathis, Tiwas, and Soelu, seed. Okay, so if you chose the Earth Mother Goddess, this is your Freya's Day Love Runes reading. How many stones do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. One for each of the 9 worlds. Okay, this is powerful, right? We'll put 8 and 8 off to each side. We'll break them up in 2s. And we'll have Thurazaz in the middle to represent Midgard. What's going on in Midgard? Okay. Okay. And we'll kind of call this side, for this reading, we'll call this the physical plane, the 3-dimensional world. And we'll look at these 4 for spiritual guidance, okay? So where are you in your love life right now? Thurazaz reverse shows you kind of like in a weakened state, maybe experiencing some pain, some frustration. Things aren't quite going your way. You've lost your power, your force in the relationship and in your love life in general. So again, that's Thurazaz, if you can see that. And I don't know how well you can see these from this distance from the altar, but these 4 over here on the physical plane are Manas, Ing, Ethwas, and Fehu. So in the physical plane, things look very good, okay, in your love life. Where are you in your love life right now? We show a balanced of energy. This is Manas. It's an introspective rune, but sometimes it's referred to as the soulmate rune or the twin flame rune. It really shows you being introspective or helping one another. In the physical world, we show prosperity, love, fertility, All of those things are there. And the Hunter's Rune, the rune of the yew tree, the rune of the central axis that holds everything to the ground and yet also reaches above and below. So it shows you in a strong position here and in a fertile, and then Fehu, of course, which is, sometimes Freya's rune, sometimes Frigg's rune. Some people argue that maybe they were one of the same, but it's the goddess rune of love and plenty. And so in the physical material world, things look very well for you, look very good for you in your love life. You are going through some pain right now, and let's find out why that is. This is a loss of strength or power, experiencing pain currently. And then when we look to the spiritual side of things, these would be the realms of, say, Lydelfheim, Vanaheim. These worlds here, we show a change is brewing, a disruption. That's the rune of Hagalaz. This is an ordered change. It's a natural change. Something that was inevitably going to happen spiritually. Maybe coming out or coming from a place of self-preservation. And then these two are very good. They show your will. This is Tiwas. This is victory. Maybe, it's in the spiritual world, so we won't say it's a legal victory. But it's the male force of success and victory. And Suelu, or Sieg, is Suna's rune, the rune of the sun goddess. This is also a strong rune that bodes well for your will. So in the spiritual world, you were coming out of a self-preservation mode. Something happened to you spiritually recently that caused you a lot of change, caused things to change for you. Again, spiritually, not materially. All of this in material world is nailed down, running well in your love life. Your relationship is strong. It's a fertile one. It's mutual. There is love and passion there. So that bodes well. But on the spiritual side, it shows that you may have been in self-preservation mode. So what I'm seeing is that maybe recently you opened up and were vulnerable, maybe shared something with your partner, and that caused either you or maybe your partner shared with you something that caused a lot of pain in the present right now, a lot of anguish, again, in the spiritual world. Maybe it was a secret of some kind, although this doesn't show a secret. But an inevitable change spiritually had to come. And it took you out of this isolation, self-preservation mode. But balancing that out is success, victory, and spiritual will being enforced and in a strong position. So whatever this was, and we'll separate these out, this is the concern for the present of where you are spiritually. Coming out of self-preservation mode, maybe sharing something personal or spiritual, it caused a great change in your relationship, leaving you feeling a little bit vulnerable and in a weakened state. But this bodes very, very well, because ultimately, whatever was shared, whatever came out recently, is a victory for you and for both of you. And showing your will is strong. Things are going to bode very, very well. So rest assured that whatever is currently coming out between you and a spiritual side, it's going to shore things up. You're going to be fine in the spiritual realm as well as what was showing in the physical realm. Okay? So don't worry about that. Whatever happened, it caused a change, a little shakeup in the spiritual realm for you both, but all is good. Exerting your will, victory, everything is in good standing there. Okay, so a good reading there. Let's take a look. If you chose the Amethyst Geode, here it is. If you chose the Amethyst Geode, let's put these stones back in the bag. Back in the bag, back in the bag. We shall mix them up. Where am I in my love life right now? Where am I in my love life right now? Call to the Norns. Okay, and let's empty them out. And let's see what we got. Oh, okay, we got Tiwas, Wunjo, Isa, Dagas, Oth, Ehwas. And we've got some ones on their side here that I can see. I don't know if I should read. These ones are all the way upside down. So we're taking these out of the equation. But wow, look at this. And this one too. Okay. So let's read these, shall we? I'll do this, this. This one was, I saw it a minute ago. Perthro, Urs, Ing. They're kind of in the middle of everything. Wow, so we got a bunch of runes on this reading as well. How many do we get? 9, 10, here's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 runes. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll put 4 and 4 on each side. We'll do 3 in the middle. We'll do 3 in the middle. Where am I in my love life right now? We will kind of do this as we'll do this like the last one. Present, physical realm on this side, and this would be the spiritual side. Okay? This will be the Midgard realm. So, where am I in my love life right now? In the present, we show a cycle of time has ended. Something has come to the forefront. This is Yira. This is a cycle of time has come to completion presently. Perthro reversed means chance, and it being reversed, it also means the birth. It can mean birth, rebirth, chance, secrets, and it's reversed. So I'm not quite sure. We'll see in the context. Is this a secret that has just come out? Or are you holding something? Are you afraid to take a chance? And then we have Ingwa. So there's a fertility in the present. So cycles, possibly chance, birth, the mystery of life and death in Perthro, and Ingwa's also fertility. So where am I in my love life right now? This bodes strongly for maybe a pregnancy. Okay? In the physical realm, we have Tiwas, Wunjo reversed, Isa, and Thurazaz. Okay? So in the material world, things seem successful. There's a lot of male energy in there. But you're a little bit unhappy. Wunjo is the fulfillment of one's will and happiness. So I feel like in the material world, your will is not coming through. Isa is the ice rune, the rune of ice, preservation, frozen. You might feel like you're at a standstill. And also in the physical world, you have Thurazaz, which is the power to break through that ice. That is the primal force of lightning and thunder. It's Thor's rune. So there's a lot of male energy in here dominating the physical realm. So, and it's sandwiched, these two. So to me, it seems like in your love life right now, the male influence on the rune is kind of keeping you keeping you at a standstill. Your will is not coming through. The male will is dominant in the material world. Over in the spiritual world, you have strong allies in Uruz, which is the healing rune, also a primal strength rune. This one is the second one in the order. This one is the third one in the order of the runes. So all the primal forces are in the first tier of the runes. Also, you have a strong spiritual partnership with maybe one of your ancestors, of all of your ancestors working there. Oath is the home and inheritance. So in the spiritual world, you have a lot here. And transformation. Dagas is the rune of day and night, and what happens in between, like at the moment when the sun breaks the plane. Transformation. So this is the power of change. Some strong ancestral and spiritual world forces here are shoring you up on the spiritual side. So where are you in your love life? Know that you have very strong healing powers, also spiritual guides from your ancestral past. They are coming through very, very strong. And if you choose to change this situation and transform this situation, this is where your strength will come from. The power of your ancestors, healing, transforming, home, ancestry, partnership. Ehwas is the rune of rapid progress and partnership and teamwork. So whatever's happening here in the present cycle of time has come to pass and ended, and you're confronted with fertility, something to do with fertility, and possibly a pregnancy or a birth. Your strength to perhaps change your will and get your will to break through that ice and come to the forefront with all that strong male energy there, kind of hemming it in. It's all going to come from the spiritual side, perhaps in meditation. Find who that ancestral ally is if you don't already know. Maybe there's a god or goddess in play that's just waiting in the spiritual side to help you transform this situation and this love life relationship, to help deal with what's happening in the present. Okay, wow, very good reading there. Yes, you have strong allies here. Strong allies. Call out to them. Meditate on them. See who's there in the spiritual side waiting to help you. Okay, very good. I hope that resonated with you. Thanks for joining me once again for a Friday edition of Love Runes. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. I'd love to chat with you in the comments. So thanks as always for watching.